So, I never post on here, but honestly, I just need to get this out because I feel like I must be losing my damn mind. Or maybe I'm the only one seeing how messed up this is. IDK. Anyway, this is about my family. I'm not fishing for sympathy. I just genuinely want to see if I'm insane for being pissed or if anyone else would be too for context. I'm 31, live alone, not married, no kids. I keep to myself, work online mostly. I'm not flashy, don't have a ton of friends, but I'm not a total shut-in. I'm just kind of invisible in my family, you know? I'm the quiet one, apparently. That's what my dad said anyway. He's always been this guy who needs to be in charge. Like he's the main character and everyone else is just background. My mom is quieter. She just keeps the peace or tries to. I've got a younger sister, Cora. She's fine, but she's like allergic to conflict. She just wants everyone to get along, so she ends up not saying much when things blow up. We're not some close movie-type family. It's more like we see each other at holidays and text occasionally, but there's always this weird tension. So anyway, a few months ago, I got a call from my mom. It was like out of nowhere on a Tuesday night. And she's just, I guess, defeated. She tells me their house is in foreclosure. For real, I had no idea. I mean, I knew money was tight for them, but not like this. Apparently, Dad had been hiding the letters, pretending it was all fine. Classic move. He's always been like that. Never admits when he's screwed something up, just handles it, and then blames everyone else when it blows up. So now they're about to lose the house and my mom's kind of in pieces and I'm just sitting there on my couch holding my phone trying to figure out if this is actually happening. The thing is I don't have a ton of money. Like I have savings but nothing wild. I'm not some tech bro or whatever. But I'm not going to just watch my parents get kicked out of the house. So I say I'll help. I tell her I'll cover what they need for now. I even offer to sell my car if it comes to that. But she just kind of says don't go that far yet. I move some stuff around, cash out what I can, and wire them everything I have that isn't nailed down. Like, I literally emptied my checking account, and I had to sell some old gaming stuff, a watch, whatever, I could turn around quick. It was enough to keep the bank at bay, at least for a while. I didn't ask for a thank you, honestly, but I did expect I don't know something. So, here's where it gets weird. After I sent the money, I get radio silence from my dad. Not a call, not a text, nothing. My mom sends a thank you, we love you text. That's it. Cora texts me a meme about cats, which is just her way of dealing with stuff. I guess I'm just shrugging it off like maybe they're embarrassed or whatever. I don't push it fast forward to eat. Mom insists I come for dinner. I almost say no because I'm still broke from bailing them out, but whatever. It's family, right? I show up and the whole vibe is just odd. Like, everyone's trying too hard. My dad acts like nothing happened. Just launches into his usual monologue about how the world's gone soft. People don't know what hard work is. Blah blah. He's always had this thing about me like I'm not ambitious enough or decisive enough. I don't fit his mold. I know he resents that I didn't go into his line of work. Didn't do things his way. He said before that I'm just floating through life and that I don't get how the real world works. So, I'm kind of expecting some weird comments, but I'm not ready for what actually happens. We're eating. Everyone's trying to be normal. And then I swear this is how it went down. My dad, right in front of everyone, starts joking about how at least Trent's good for handouts. Just like that, laughing, says he doesn't know how I keep it together, considering I can't even run my own life. But somehow I'm good for bailing them out when it counts. He actually laughs. I look at my mom. She just looks away. Cora is staring at her phone. I just sit there not saying anything for a second. I feel my hands shaking under the table, which is new for me. Usually I just swallow it or leave the room, but this time I just couldn't. So I say, maybe one day you'll wish you'd treated me different. It just comes out. It's not loud, but like everyone hears it. My dad just laughs. Then he gets mad. Says I'm being dramatic. That I can't take a joke. Classic, right? He starts raising his voice. Says, maybe if I'd grown up a little, I'd have more to offer than my petty cash. At this point, I just stand up. I push my chair back. It scrapes the floor loud. My dad stands too, like he's going to block me. I tell him I'm done with the jokes. I'm not his punching bag and I'm not going to keep bailing him out while he treats me like garbage. He steps closer like he's going to get in my face. I tell him to back off. He doesn't. He actually tries to shove me. Not hard, but enough. I step back, push his hand off me. My mom is yelling for us to stop, but she doesn't move from her seat. Cora tries to say something, but my dad shouts over her, says I'm ungrateful and that this is why he never trusted me with anything important. I just laugh because like what? I just gave them everything I had. I tell him straight up. I'm not giving them another dime. I tell him he can figure out the next payment on his own since he's so good at handling things. He slams his hand on the table hard. I grab my bag, walk out. As I'm leaving, I hear my mom start crying. I don't look back. Cora runs after me, tries to grab my arm, but I just shake my head and keep walking. I get in my car, sit there for a minute, just scrolling on my phone, not even really seeing the screen. I see a text from Cora, but I don't read it. I drive home. I don't hear from anyone for the rest of the night. No calls, nothing. I don't sleep much. The next morning, I get a text from Mom just says, "Please don't be mad." I don't answer. I scroll through my bank app, look at the zero balance, and just start thinking, what the hell am I doing? I start making a list. Every time they've asked me for help, every favor that turned into money. Every time I've been the one to fix something because Dad was too proud to admit he couldn't. It's a long list. I start to wonder if they ever really saw me as anything but a backup plan. I'm not even angry, just tired, I guess. But also, I'm not going to just roll over this time. I spent the whole next week thinking about what I could do. Not just to get even, but to finally make it clear I'm not their safety net. I'm done letting him walk all over me because I don't fit his idea of what a man should be anyway. That's where it's at now. I know this probably sounds petty, but I'm not sorry. I gave them everything. He humiliated me in front of my whole family. I'm not letting that slide. I already started looking into some stuff that's going to make things a lot harder for him. If he thinks he can just keep treating me like trash, I'll post an update when things move, but I'm not backing down this time. So yeah, if you think I'm overreacting, let me know. But I think I've put up with enough. Update 1. So yeah, part 2, I guess. NGL, I kind of wanted to just let this whole thing die and not think about it. But stuff just keeps getting messier and now I'm getting random texts from cousins asking if I'm okay. So here we are. If you didn't see my last post, I bailed my parents out of foreclosure with every dollar I had. Dad called me a walking ATM and basically shamed me at Easter dinner. I walked out, told him he'd regret it, and that was that. Or so I thought. It's the weird little things that stick with you. Like my mom always sends me these good morning texts, even if it's just a sun emoji or something. And after that Easter blow up, she stopped. Not a word. At first, I thought maybe she was just embarrassed or whatever, but then I started getting texts from Cora, like way more than usual. Nothing deep, just checking in, sending me stuff from TikTok, asking if I'm okay, but always kind of tiptoeing around what happened. She's not dumb. She knows when the family's on edge, but she never wants to pick a side. It's always, I get why you're mad, but can you just talk to Dad for Mom's sake? Stuff like that first week after the dinner. I'm just doing life, but I keep getting these texts from random relatives. Aunt Helen texts me this long thing about how family is all we have and how I should try to forgive. I didn't even know she knew what happened. So, someone's clearly running their mouth. Then I get a DM from my cousin on Insta like, "Hey, are you really not helping your folks out anymore?" I'm like, where is this coming from? I don't answer, but I start thinking, okay, Dad's definitely spinning this. I know how he is. He hates looking weak, so he's making it look like I just bailed on them for no reason. My mom finally calls me, but it's all guilt trip. Says she's worried about Dad. He's not sleeping. He's stressed. The mortgage is coming up again. Can I just talk to him? I ask her if she really thinks it's fair how he talked to me. And she just sigh and says, "He's just under pressure. He didn't mean it." I tell her, I'm not giving them another cent if he can't respect me. She gets quiet, says she'll talk to him, hangs up. So, here's where it gets even messier. A week goes by, and I get a letter from the mortgage company, but it's addressed to me. Turns out when I paid their last few bills, my name ended up on the payment records. I Google around. Apparently, since I paid directly more than once, they now have my info as a financially interested party. I'm not a co-signer or anything, but now the bank thinks I'm on the hook. I get a call from their collections department. Some guy asking if I'm going to make the next payment, too. I say, I don't know yet. Let me call you back. I go to my folks' house that weekend. It's tense. Dad is in the backyard pretending to fix the fence, but mostly just slamming boards around. I go inside. Mom's in the kitchen. Cora is on her phone. Mom tries to act normal, but I can tell she's pissed I didn't call back. I tell her about the letter. She tries to play dumb. Says she didn't know my info would get attached. I tell her I'm not okay with this and I want everything about the mortgage in writing now. I'm not just dropping money into a black hole anymore. She says she'll have Dad talk to me. Dad comes in all puffed up like he's about to lay down the law. He says, if you're going to keep helping, you need to just trust us and stop asking questions. I say, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I want receipts. I want to know exactly how much is owed and if I pay it's coming through me, not through you. He gets red in the face, says I'm being controlling, that I don't understand how family work. I say, yeah, well, I'm not an ATM, and if you want my help, it's on my terms now. He slaps his hand on the counter hard. Cora actually jumps, drops her phone. He starts yelling, says, I'm disrespecting him in his own house. I ask him, how is it disrespect to want transparency? You don't get to treat me like garbage and then act like I owe you. He gets in my face, but I stand my ground. He tries to push past me, but I don't move. Mom tells him to stop. She's got that tired voice she uses when she doesn't want neighbors to hear. He storms out, slams the door to the garage. Cora finally puts down her phone. She says, I know it's not fair, but can you just help them one more time? I tell her, not unless they treat me like a human. She looks sad, but she doesn't argue. I leave, get in my car, just sit there for a minute, scrolling through old texts. I start making a list of every payment, every time I covered their bills, every time they forgot to pay me back. It's a lot, way more than I realized. Next day, I call the mortgage company back. I tell them, from now on, any payment from me goes through a direct transfer, and they need to send me statements every month. I say, I'm not responsible for anything I don't see in writing. The lady on the phone is like, yeah, you can do that. We'll update your file. So now, my dad can't just tell me what he wants and hope I pay. He's got to show me proof or he gets nothing. I text my mom, tell her the new rules. She doesn't answer for a day. Then she sends a thumbs up emoji, which is the most passive-aggressive thing she's ever done. Dad doesn't reply at all. Cora sends a meme, but that's her thing. Week later, I notice on my bank app that they haven't tried to ask for money. Nothing. I get a call from a blocked number. I don't answer. Then a cousin texts. Says, Dad told the family I'm holding the house hostage and bleeding them dry. I screenshot it. Send it to Mom. She just says, can you not make this worse? I reply, I'm not making it worse. I'm just done being used. Then out of nowhere, I get a group text from Dad. He says, family is supposed to help each other. You don't get to set terms. You're not in charge. I reply, I am when it's my money. He leaves the group. Cora texts separately, says she thinks I'm doing the right thing, but asked me not to tell anyone she said that. So now, I've got half the family mad at me, half pretending nothing's wrong, and my parents just stewing. I started keeping all texts and emails just in case. I'm not going to let them twist this around again. I'm not sorry either. If he wants to play games, I can play harder. I'm tired of being there. Backup plan. If they want help, They can play by my rules now. Not sure what comes next, but I'm ready for it. I'm not backing down this time. Forget being the family ATM. I'm just getting started. Update 2. Alright, here's the next part. NGL. Things got even messier. I know some people on my last post thought I was being petty or whatever, but I swear the way my dad acts, it's like he just can't let anyone but him be in control. And the minute someone pushes back, he doubles down. For real, he can't handle not being the boss of everyone, especially me. So, it's been a couple weeks since I told them payments go through me. No calls from Dad, just these passive-aggressive texts from my mom and KA sending memes pretending like everything is normal. I kind of expected Dad to try something, but not how it actually went down. It started with him showing up at my apartment, which he's never done before. Just banged on my door late at night. I didn't answer at first, but he wouldn't leave. So, finally, I open.